reading the night the lights went out. We looked at this last week, so I'm just going to quickly read you the bits that we've done so far, okay?
Yeah.
And who did you guys read it for homework when you were asked to?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So far, the night the lights went out. Last night, in the middle of a storm, the lights went out. It's a power cut, said Mum. What is a power cut, Rajib?
It's like when something you're outside. You know those big.
So something's happened outside to the power box or the power lines?
It's maybe broken.
And so what happens inside your house if there's a power cut?
The power from your house to outside doesn't work because the power isn't outside.
Okay, so what doesn't work inside, Emily? If there's a power cut, what doesn't work?
The light.
The lights don't work. What else doesn't work in a power cut? What else doesn't work in a power cut? Can you play your Xbox?
No. You can't play PlayStation, Xbox,
play
or watch TV, or cook your tea, or dinner, but you can light a fire and your candles.
You can have it. You should have some candles at home. Okay, awesome. Okay, so I'm turning the page. So we're looking at page 28. Are you ready? Okay. Happened? Do you remember what happened?
Yeah. No.
Cool. I'll remind you. So, Mum put some candles in jars around the fireplace. Oopsie. I'm just trying to take a photo, but it's being weird. Oh, hello, Emily. Oops.
The cat's getting
Mum put some candles in jars around the fireplace. This is awful, said Scott. No TV. And even worse, no tea, said Sarah.
The cat's getting wet.
We can still have tea, said Mum. I'll light the fire and we can make toast. But Scott lay on the floor and pulled a cushion over his head. Now, why did we think he put the cushion over his head, Raji?
Because he was annoyed because there was no light and he didn't have anything to do.
Yeah, he really wanted to watch TV, didn't he? Yeah, that's right. Okay, so soon the fire crackled, warming them up and lighting up the room. Scott sat up. How can we have toast, he asked. It's easy, said Mum. Just watch. She stabbed a piece of bread with a barbecue fork and held it near the flames. The children watched as the bread turned brown, and then Mum pushed it off the fork and onto a plate. Scott buttered his toast and spread it with honey. It looks okay, he said as he took a bite. Butter and honey snailed down his chin. What does it mean, it snailed down his chin?
Oh!
Someone who's not Raji, because you've answered lots of questions so far. What do you think it means if it snailed down his chin, Leon?
Do
Do snails move fast?
too slow.
What does a snail leave behind when it crawls along? Emily?
Slime.
So, like a slimy trail? So if it's snailing down his chin, what's the butter and honey doing down his chin?
It's melting because
and leaving a slimy trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, yum, said Scott, and soon they were all munching. Okay, we're going to read the next 2 pages all together. And before we do, can anyone think of a question you'd like to know about what we're reading about? Or do you have a question? If I'm looking at this picture, I might think, I wonder what Mum's doing with her hands. Can you see what she's doing? Yeah, no, okay, what's another question? I wonder how long the power was off for. Can you think of an I wonder question, Rajib? Think of a question. I don't want the answer, Emily. So I wonder
that she's making to make her
said I wonder if Mum's trying to make them feel better. What might you wonder? Kaya? I wonder what else they might do while the power's off. Okay, so we're going to read it together and then we'll talk about it at the end, okay? Ready, Leon? You're cheering my book, so you need to come a bit closer. Radio, carry on. Listen to Rajiv read us the last page. He's trying to read it nice and fluently and expressively. Go.
Just then the lights came on. The power cut over, said Mum. You can watch TV now. Scott and Sarah looked at each other. Then they turned off the lights. All of the lights.
Awesome. Emily, have a go. Read that same bit.
Just then the light came on. The power cut over, said Mum. You can watch TV now. Scott and Sarah looked at each other. Then they turned off all the lights.
Okay, Kaya, have a go. Just then
Just then the light came on. The power cut over, said Mum. You can watch TV now. Scott and Sarah looked at each other. Then they turned all the lights off.
Okay, Leon, go.
Just then the lights came on. The power cut over, said Mum. You can watch TV now. Scott and Sarah looked at each other.
Then they turned off all the lights.
Then they turned off all the lights.
I think you guys all need a bit of practice at reading fluently. Now, the question that we talked about, does it tell you how long the power was off for? Doesn't really, does it?
No.
No. Why do you think at the end they wanted to turn all the lights off again?
So I can go to sleep.
So they could go to sleep?
No, so they can do their puppet game. No.
Oh, yeah, what do you think, Kyle? Why did they turn all the lights off at the end? So they could still play shadow games. So they were having fun in the dark, weren't they? Awesome, you guys.